Hey rat bags, what's going on? I have got a little news video today about Dying Light. I'm going to go over some of the stuff you need to know in terms of some of the issues, particularly co-op problems, and the huge success of the game, despite some lukewarm reception from reviewers and critics. So leave a like. Do please go and check out some of my guides. I've done about 6 already, and I've got more incoming over this weekend. So if you need to know anything about Dying Light, hopefully I'll be able to deliver it to you. So let's go. So many of you guys have had problems connecting in co-op mode. There seems to be massive issues with players being kicked out quite a lot. Hopefully that's going to be fixed. They do know about it and hopefully a fix is on the way. And there has been some massive issues with connecting your Techland account while playing Dying Light so that you can receive a bunch of goodies. So if you've been having issues doing this, or you're trying to get over some data, they are looking at it and trying to get it all fixed very soon. So if you can't redeem certain stuff, maybe you took part in some of their quests that they had before the game came out, then yeah, fingers crossed it will start working in future. That also relates to Twitch drops. A lot of you guys had watched previous videos or streams and you was meant to be getting some loot because of that, or that looks like that's been having problems as well. But obviously the devs do know about it, so hopefully it's going to be corrected soon. So far the scores are pretty even in the 75 to 78 category. On the Xbox Series X, 78%, PlayStation 5, 77%, and on PC it does go up to 80. But right now there's not enough reviews for PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. It kind of sucks that some of the big companies don't do enough to show how games are running on older gen or what they're actually like. But regardless of all the reviews being a little bit lukewarm, there's no doubt about it, it's popular. Techland put a tweet out yesterday basically saying that as the player's opinion that matters the most, not the reviewers. And on Steam, 77% of 5,500 reviews are saying that it's a good game. And traditionally, the review scores do go up a little bit on Steam. And they're hitting all sorts of records. Apparently 3 times the amount that the original Dying Light managed to get in terms of players. 193,000 peak. If it carries on like that, and this weekend will normally get bigger, it could potentially break the top 20 Steam games. Of all time, of course. And that's in concurrent players, and that obviously means they have sold at least 2 million copies of the game, judging by other games that have gone through these sort of similar stats across possibly Steam, Xbox and PlayStation in just the first day and pre-orders. In fact, I would say that Xbox and PlayStation, there may be even more people actually buying the game and trying it out, so yeah, it could be approaching 3 million within just a week. And comparing it to some of the big PC releases this year like God of War, still only managed 73,000. So clearly the hype is there for this game and a majority of you guys are enjoying it. I've got to say I am too. I've sunk about maybe 20 hours in the game now. It's fun, I love the parkour, the movement in it. The story's not that bad. There are some jarring moments where I feel like certain things were cut, as it's not made immediately clear how or what happens to certain characters. And some of the dialogue can be a little bit off sometimes. But some of the main characters, like I'm absolutely in love with Hakan. No massive spoilers, but he's a character you're going to meet early on in the game if you haven't picked it up already. And yeah, the bad guy is just a little bit menacing. I do want to obviously get to the end of the story, as I should if I'm going to do some sort of review. And yeah, I probably most likely will. I did want to try and get one done on a console as well, but my time is really limited at the moment. Now they did have a patch that went live, the fabled Day 1 patch. PC got this as well, Xbox and PlayStation. Not sure it's worth going through this because this patch has obviously gone through and not many people will have to worry or know about some of the bugs and problems, but I will just highlight a couple stuff. They have added a little bit more improvement for the adaptive difficulty for AIs, especially one lowering the difficulty levels, apparently that was a thing, and they've also resolved some problems to do with the broadcast infinite respawn story block. So that was a thing I'd seen crop up in a lot of interviews, and that's one of the big things that's brought the review scores down, is that the bugs in the game have really let this side of the game down. Rather than just the story, it is the bugs as well. But for sure, next time we get a juicy patch, I will go through it all more explicitly because it's obviously going to affect you more and some of you guys will know exactly what's been going on with it. Also, a couple of things I've noticed from other reviews. Some reviews complaining that there isn't any weather, only a certain situation with the story. And I don't know if this has only just been patched in just for the launch, but I've been having loads of rain falling, lots of foggy mornings as well now. But it definitely wasn't there the day before the patch. So it does look like they have implemented the weather system properly. Might be a bit minor, but that's just something I've noticed straight away. And in quite a few guides are saying there's no unique weapons, but there are, you just got to go well out your way to find them, or they're really end game items only. So I kind of get that idea that at that point it's not really worth it, but obviously once you do the story, that's when the game really is for something that a lot of you guys will be sinking hundreds of hours into. So knowing that there is some unique weapons to get hold of, yeah, I think that's an important definition. You do come across a whole bunch of named weapons, artifact weapons in the game, but some of them aren't actually that unique. It's only once you find them, then you'll start getting them in a loot pool all over the world or at traders and vendors. But yeah, apparently there are a few weapons. I am interested though to see what it's like playing on a console. So if you've been playing it, do let me know how it's running. What are the bugs like for you? What's the kind of performance you're getting on an Xbox, a PlayStation, or one of the next gen ones like the PS5 or Series X or S? Very intrigued to know. And also let me know what the deal was with co-op. They said you wouldn't be able to play co-op with your friends if they were on older generations. And obviously we know we're not getting crossplay, so just cross that straight off. But let me know, were you able to download a PlayStation 4 version on your PlayStation 5 and then go ahead and play with your pals who are playing on a PlayStation 4 or 5? Were they on a different system to you basically? So yeah, that is the situation at the moment. Once we get proper confirmation of some actual updates and fixes I can go through, I'll let you guys know, especially to do with the co-op being fixed and of course being able to connect all your goodies from the website and more. Just like the original game, it looks like Dying Light 2 doesn't really strike a chord with the reviewers, but it does with a whole bunch of players that just want something to sink their teeth into, explore a huge open world and obviously bash in a good few infected heads. And until then, like I said, go and check out all my little guides I've already done. Loads of stuff to get you started on early game, and now I'm going to be working on mid to late game gear. Until next time, rat bags, laters.